The Witcher 3 is an amazing game with some fantastic characters, brilliant writing, and some of the most iconic quests in RPG history. But everyone talks about that, we all know that. And while I'm definitely going to talk about these characters on this channel, for now I want to talk about love. And not the love between Geralt and Yennefer, but the love between me and this game. So I'm going to dive into this super minor early game quest that's pretty unremarkable, other than it was the moment I realized that I love this game. And now to share that love with the world, here is my Witcher 3 quest analysis on Twisted Firestarter, a secondary quest you can tackle in White Orchard. In this quest, Geralt comes upon a dwarf named Willis, whose smith was the target of an arsonist, which essentially destroyed his livelihood. Geralt agrees to investigate and makes a trek through the fields behind Willis's burnt-out shop, which eventually leads him to the home of Napp. Geralt must decide between reporting Napp to Willis or staying silent on the matter in return for Napp paying him off. And that's it! This quest is really simple, super short, took me less than 8 minutes to finish on this playthrough. That's with me doing all the different choices and decisions. And gameplay wise, there is nothing noteworthy about this quest. I mean, the quest kind of serves as a tutorial for Geralt the Tracker using his Witcher senses to investigate the environment, something he ends up doing like hundreds of times throughout the game.
Stinks of piss and vodka.
But so many things stink of piss and vodka, so the investigation in this quest doesn't stand out. So how is it that this quest is the one that made me fall in love with The Witcher 3? Well, let's look at it more in depth. Take the first exchange between Geralt and Willis.
What do you think happened, dimwit? Some bugger set alight me workshop. I've lost everything. Everything!
Easy on the insults. I could add to your misfortune.
So you can choose to be more empathetic with Geralt here in the dialogue choice, but Willis just insulted him for pretty much no reason, so why would I want to help him?
Thought they saw me as one of their own. But everything changed when the Black Ones came. They've stopped talking to me. Spit when I pass. And now this.
Oh, poor guy, we gotta help him. Ah, I see what they did there. They made him unlikable, but also very sympathetic. So, this isn't rocket science. Writing 101 kind of dictates you give your characters shades of gray. But this was the first RPG where I felt like there was a lot of effort being poured into humanizing an extremely minor side character. And I love that the game immediately shows its hand in this quest. That it's going to be all about moral ambiguity. But beyond being a well-written character, Willis's dialogue also serves another purpose. It helps to contextualize the Nilfgaardian invasion and its effect on the people. Till now, we have seen bits and pieces of the war, signs of destruction and death, and some of the tensions that are bubbling beneath the surface.
What? Take that down before there's trouble.
That is a coat of arms, the Temerian lilies. They've a right to hang there.
This ain't Temeria no more, old man. It's Nilfgaard now.
But here, to have an actual side story where the motivating event is basically the White Orchard populace resenting the Nilfgaardians and anyone they assume is a Nilfgaardian sympathizer, well, that helps build the world in such a way where this doesn't even feel like a side story anymore. It kind of feels essential, and it makes you really want to learn more about this world. But first, Geralt's got to do some investigating, and he does so very rapidly. He quickly finds the perpetrator, the drunk and disheveled Napp. Napp is less nuanced than Willis. He's just a drunk racist.
Why not talk to a non-human? Sons of bitches all, and dwarves are the worst. Greedy little magpies, do anything for gold they will.
And I really like that CD Projekt didn't just blindly give everyone a good side. Sure, it briefly mentions that Napp's mom died, but essentially this guy is just scum. And it's here where you get to really make your first decision as Geralt in the game. Do you tell Willis about Napp, or do you take the bribe that Napp offers to you? Now, I never choose to take the bribe from Napp, because to me, Geralt choosing this option feels like him just purposely being an ass. Especially with Napp's final words.
Master Witcher, I swear on me dead mum. Your gold, and here's to your health. Down with the Black Ones and non-humans alike.
Like, I can't imagine that casual racism just sitting well with Geralt. Plus, Geralt's threat to Napp always felt a bit toothless for me.
Fine. I'll agree to that, if you swear to stop playing with fire. Fail to do that and I'll come back.
He's not coming back, let's not kid ourselves. But then I thought back to his first interaction with Willis, Willis called him a freaking dimwit when Geralt expressed concern over what happened to him and his smith. And while me as the player controlling this video game character did not get offended by this insult, I could totally see Geralt of Rivia, Witcher extraordinaire, being kind of put off by being insulted for merely offering his help. So the choice to take the money and run, suddenly it feels less out of character when you realize Geralt might make this choice purely out of spite, which makes Geralt feel like more of a real character. But of course, I always choose to take him to Willis. You get another decision here, basically whether you want to use Axii on Napp or to fight him. I think it's just a quick way for the game to show you that there are multiple ways of handling quests, and for tougher fights, it might be wise to Axii your way out of them if you can. I enjoy fighting him here because I love when Geralt talks trash to Napp.
Try me, peasant. I could use the practice.
Though for some reason this fight took me forever. Granted, it's partly because I suck at this game, but it almost felt like Geralt was throwing this fight after trash-talking Napp. Regardless of whether you fumble your way into winning a bout of fisticuffs with Napp, or you just Jedi mind trick him into following you, you eventually bring him to Willis. And we get this lovely resolution.
Here you go. One village pyromaniac in the flesh.
Napp! You! I knew your mum for years. Charged her nary a copper. This is how you repay me. I've had enough. Hey, soldier. A minute of your time, please.
No! Willis, I beg you, I was drunk. Didn't know what I was doing.
I've told you, Master Willis. We will help you rebuild once reinforcements come. The supplies have been ordered.
Not what this is about, mate. This here's the arsonist. A witcher found him.
The forge was important to the garrison. Destroying it was sabotage. No trial needed here. Just a tree.
And just like that, Napp is taken away to be executed. And I feel pretty crappy. Like, he was an awful person. He was a racist who burned down this guy's shop, and he may have escalated things to murder if he was let loose. But the look on his face and the fear in his voice and the finality of this result when, while doing the quest, I just assumed I was helping out Willis, you know, to rebuild his shop. I didn't expect this. It's just, it sickens me. There are no right answers here. Like, Napp shouldn't get away scot-free, but what does him being hanged here accomplish? The Nilfgaardians were going to rebuild Willis's forge regardless. They essentially kill this young, drunk idiot for acts of sabotage, which is a ludicrous sentence. So even though Napp is a dangerous piece of crap, I just feel terrible after this quest. And that's how Twisted Firestarter sets the tone for the entire game. Because I basically feel this way after every moment in the game. And the fact that CD Projekt Red incorporates this kind of detail and humanity into a tiny side story like this, is it really any surprise that this was the moment I fell in love with this game? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. This was my first Witcher 3 video, but I plan on doing more. I'm probably going to tackle a couple more of the side quests in White Orchard before I dive into a main quest. But leave me a comment if you have a quest that you want me to talk about. And if instead you want to say something unpleasant, well...
Easy on the insults. I could add to your misfortune.